Well, it's time for another recap here of our last week at the Deadlock Night Shift for number 15. And honestly, this one, it had to be one match, and one match in particular. If you guys haven't noticed, Buff Enjoyers did disband as a team, and I think it was only right for us to cover in our match of the shift of Buff Enjoyers up against Abrahams in our championship match. Well, this game felt like it would be over before we even got started. With Buff Enjoyers banning out Holiday first, they give Kelvin and Shiv over to Abrahams. We get to the 9-minute mark in the game with Abrahams taking all the initial Guardians, and the lead bolsters to 10k.
Yeah, and Mo's here, but I don't think he's getting this kill, man. Hayes, cheeky movement to slip back under the tower. You're going so deep on Infernus, trying to secure that burn. Now Mo continuing to dive for it, has one more scorn proc. Is he going to get the melee connection here? D-Mob, super low HP, gets burned again by Infernus, but have you overextended? Here's Yamato, ABL, connecting in, diving on top of Zergy, who's trying to get out of this. Remember, this is your carry Infernus. He needs to get the farm, but instead, he's only going to give up that trophy collector stack to Taz. A hook deep under the Guardian again. Could be another one. The parry on the ABL, though, could keep this Mo alive. He's deceptively tanky, but Guardian is doing all of the work.
We move on forward to the 15-minute mark because, let's be honest, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about between as Abrahams continued to build their lead up to 20k in the first match. After getting 2 picks, Abrahams run the urn into enemy territory while Obican responds with a push on the walker.
Fearlessly going straight for this urn turn. And Ivy, Obican getting a pretty decent split push here as Capacitor online is going to burn down that walker. Get something, and okay, they take the urn away, but hold on, do you actually have the follow-up for that? Here's the concussive combustion. Can you kill the Shiv? Big question mark for Zergy. This could be a game-changing fight if you're able to get the win, but for now, the only blood that's been spilled is from the Buff Enjoyers. ABL, Shadow Transform, fearlessly capping that urn. And this is just all Abrahams, man. Maybe right to the mid-boss here.
Abrahams take their lead to 30k and force out a mid-boss.
I feel like you have to contest this, though. I mean, it's probably the end of the game here, but if you give rejuves to this Shiv and Yamato, I just feel like it's over. D-Mob going to commit that bullet dance to drop it yet faster, so very little time for Buff Enjoyers to get this set up. See if ABL goes for the Shadow Transform. Yes, he does. Is there going to be the parries here on that rejuve? This is crucial. This is for the game. The concussive combustion is huge. Hits on a ton of players, but Buff Enjoyers are dropping like flies. 2 crystals to Abrahams, and ABL again with the disgusting parry, securing all 3 crystals.
And with that rejuve, Abrahams just steamroll over Buff Enjoyers and finish off game 1.
Even a little bit of fountain fighting, maybe. No, Abrahams gonna give at least the respect to close the game out here.
They're looking for the patron now. Everyone diving into the pit, and this is going to be it. An unceremonious finish for Buff Enjoyers as they fall in game 1 to Abrahams with a ridiculously strong draft.
Solomon? The last win for Drifter was Shift 8 7 weeks ago, nearly 2 months ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Buff Enjoyers learn from the first game and take away Shiv this time from Together. We then see Abrahams draft a Drifter who hasn't won since Night Shift number 8. With the game being relatively even and BE not giving up a 10k lead like last time, Foot starts off a fight while the urn makes its way over.
That's revenge. That is revenge.
Oh, urn drop being attempted. Is the parry there? Dorman's parry is baited out, and the combo is good. On to Taz. This is a classic Buff Enjoyers comeback starting to brew here. Urn and multiple kills. Yamato in deep, but maybe too deep. Has Shadow Transform. I don't know if you want that smoke. Zergy super low. You're trying to just take out Zergy before you go down.
Saint is starting to get scary as he maxes out his Assassinate. You see Abrahams trying to get aggressive in the Buff Enjoyers jungle as a bout breaks out.
Oh, he's a little deep for this one, though. Caught by the Rect as well. Here's the follow-up. ABL thought he could get cheeky with a quick pickup in the jungle. Instead, he's the one getting turned on. It is enough to take down Zergy, so a 1-for-1 may favor Abrahams right now. Big ultimate over the top. It's stolen. It's from the Sinclair. Is who going to be able to get into this one? Saint from the backline once again, just pumping that damage from range. Here's the combo up on the high ground. Follow-up is good. Together is down. That's the front line starting to break apart. Buff Enjoyers up 5-4 now. And Abraham's still healthy on the rest of their players. Buff Enjoyers might be happy to get out of this one. Cosmetical's starting to drop, and same with the cleanup kill as well.
With Zergy already getting a free walker in the right lane earlier on, Buff Enjoyers push down a second as Abrahams respond with a mid-boss take.
For this one-player trade, if that's all it ends up being, I think this is actually a pretty nice trade for the Buff Enjoyers, but Abrahams, they want more, and they're going to force the mid-boss.
And this is also going to force a response. Buff Enjoyers have to challenge this. They've got a few ults. Chain Gang is amongst them. As the Reju crystal falls from the sky, the team fight is going to break out here. Combo is going to be landed. And here comes the Yamato trying to take control of this. Together gets 1. Listic gets 1. 2 for Abrahams. With 2 players already down in the fight, but 2 down for Buff Enjoyers as well. They've got a Reju crystal to fight with. This fight could go either way at this point. still a lot of damage being focused out of this Yamato. Big problem. There's the power slash taking down Cosmetical, but in comes Zergy to try to take down Yamato. Huge 1v1 right now, and it's going to be Zergy's as a massive bag is dropped, and Buff Enjoy is rolling through this fight right now, taking down absolutely everybody. Zergy with such a performance.
After getting 3 kills, even when losing Overkim right before the fight began, Buff Enjoy sent it to a mid-boss with an almost 20k lead.
Are you really going to go for this 4v6? Well, I guess 4v5 since Cosmetical is also coming back into this one. Knowing Abrahams, I expect they're going to get into the fight.
Yeah, Shadow Transformation is online here for Together. He's going to pop it as he goes into this. Into the pit they go. Jumping in. The parries, the parries, the parries. And the rejuve captures are coming all the way here for Buff Enjoys. Every single one of them. And they're going to get out of the fight. Looking out to now chase down the kills.
Oh my god, 3 crystals against the Together Yamato, just completely shut down. Abraham's forced into the desperation contest, and now Buff Enjoyers wanting more. Blood in the water. Demov in the sights here of this Mokrill. It's going to be an easy cleanup, a little bit of revenge there for the laning phase.
With only mid-base Guardians taken by Buff Enjoyers with the last rejuve, they wait for the next one to respawn to force out a fight they knew they could win.
Where's the connections? Where's the parry? Multiple players now coming in very late. From the Yamato, they do get 1 crystal. 2 crystals go towards Buff Enjoyers. They've already lost one of them, but the fight ensues. 2 players down, hitting the deck. Zergy playing that tempo, still healthy, still healing up off that leash, and I think he's going to already head towards the base, man. This game could be done and dusted.
That is indeed going to be a wrap, I think, for this one. Here we go. Into the pit. Nice catch from Cosmetical. Love to see it. Showing a great versatility so far today as we will finish map 2 in favor of Buff Enjoyers, and that means we're going to 3 maps.
We go again!
Buff Enjoyers start off strong, gave the first Guardian of the game at 5 minutes. Luckily for Abrahams, they respond with great play from ABL and Demov to secure the right lane Guardian and 2 kills.
Parry, not good for now. The teleport back, Snipe could be good. 4 seconds now on the ultimate. Shadow Transform could turn this one down.
Ooh.
Is it enough? ABL's incredibly low, still hasn't popped that ultimate. The hook is good, and it turns into another double. So Abrahams feasting on the side lane, and now they're going to get their own Guardian take.
Buff Enjoyers managed to get the next 2 urns as only a few minor kills are traded back and forth. But at 18 minutes, BE tried to bait out a mid-boss and catch themselves 3 kills and rejuves, while Abrahams managed to get a left lane Walker and base Guardians.
And instead, they're going to try and turn into a fight here. They're onto the side lane. They've taken down Together. That's a key team fighter. And now the combo finds a second. Zergy over the top there. Brings the damage. That's Demov and Together both down. A catch onto a third. Abraham's starting to crumble.
With rejuve now faded and BE celebrating 2 Walker takes, Abraham pushed into a fight right before rejuve spawns.
That does help.
Nox Nostra popped, putting a bit of damage on the ABL. Here's the combo. Do they have the additional damage follow-up? He got pulled away by a rescue beam. Together starting to drop low. Even the Abrams doesn't have the tankiness here. Frozen Shelter popped. Stabilizing things for the moment. 2 Frozen Shelters. A Venn diagram of Frozen Shelters on the map right now. Buff Enjoyers are up 1 though, and as the dust starts to settle, it's a 6-on-5. Zergy has a bit of space to work with. Ivy's pumping huge damage in this team fight, but the Rabbit Hex should be enough. He finally slips away on the jump pad, but the snipers started to rain in, and what else is raining in but hooks the robot hand from afar, and Overkim pulled way out of formation. Demov gets his blood prize, and now it's actually 2 kills. So Abrahams, that hook pickoff turns the fight around.
Buff Enjoyers might have gotten another urn, but with the rejuve taken from Abrahams, they go on a spree of staggers, allowing them to close out the game and maintain the title of Night Shift champions.
Triple rejuve claim. Abrahams onto the base looking for more.
Oh my god, and who's getting chased down as well. This could be it. They could just wrap this game right here and now.
Yeah.
These 2 pickoffs staggering the respawns is literally the worst possible thing that could have happened. So that urn turn-in. If it was anyone else other than Together with the Phantom Strike.
Oh
my god.
So brutal, and even waits the parry this time to go for the uppercut. Waiting out that counterspell parry, and Overkim caught dead to rights. So far away from the base. Where's the damage follow-up? You know Demov wants that kill. He's hard calming it out. Frozen Shelter isolates players for the moment, keeping people alive into this one. Abraham's still healthy, still with 3 crystals online, only Together dropping low. Patriot is down. Here's the laser from the Bebop, beaming into Zergy. Zergy's dropping low. Zergy needs to go back to the fountain, take the reset, but ABL has found Sharik, and Abrahams have found the win here in a decisive game 3. They make the comeback happen. The team fights are good, and Abrahams are better. 2-1.
Well, you're left to wonder, could Abrahams have closed that out in 2 without their weird picks coming through in the second game? Either way, with Buff Enjoyers now out of the scene, that means we only have 1 really dominating team in EU and no team to really challenge up against them, though I am hopeful for 1 team to rise through the ashes to potentially be able to stick it to Abrahams and give us those high quality matches we expect week in and week out on the Night Shift. That's going to do it here for our recap of our shift number 15. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.